Distinguished members of the Academy. My name is Golf House, and we're back on the Mostly Harmless SMP server. When last we spoke, we cleaned up around here. We built ourselves a nice little storage facility that I'm now immensely proud of. And since we last spoke, I've gone around to all of the places where I've been a litter bug and cleaned up my mess. So all of those junk chests are a thing of the past. As you can tell, it's around about Christmas time here at Mostly Harmless and the rest of the world. Uh, if we come in here, the storage room will look considerably different. Of course, the trapped chests are losers and don't want to be updated, but all of our other chests have become very festive. So I've gone through and I've pretty much sorted out my entire life into these chests. This is my miscellaneous junk chest. I've got cobble. I don't have it there, but I'm starting to build it up. Our sounds are incredibly loud. That is not going to do. Much better. So I'm stashing dirt down there and eventually down there, wood products, stone products, nether products. Everything's looking pretty good there. And it turns out that my supply of the white stuff and the gray stuff and the pink stuff was much better than I thought. I thought that we had pretty much depleted our supply of all this stuff. But turns out that we just had it scattered across a billion chests all over the server. So these chests over here are, for the most part, pretty empty. In fact, I think, okay, well, there's a little bit of stuff in here. We can kind of reorganize that. I'm trying to do a real good job of kind of segregating things appropriately. This is our treasure chest, and as you can see, we only have the one lonely diamond. We're going to have to do something about that at some point. But we also have our 7 name tags. At some point, I got to get those dogs named. That's not going to be today, though, because today we have another mission to go on. One of the things that we've kind of talked about over the last few episodes as we've built the sheep temple is this little kind of man-made village over here that other people on the server are putting together. So a lot of progress has been made. We've got quite a few interesting kind of buildings here. We've got I think this is the butcher. Is this the one with the farmland? Yeah, that's the one with the farmland. Endermen have been here. Let's fix that. I hear a zombie somewhere. So we've got the butcher. We've got the blacksmith, we've got the church, we've got the library, all sorts of neat little buildings here. We used to have villagers in here, but they have disappeared. So I assume that there's probably one block in there that's spawnable space for zombies, and one probably did. I did manage to catch a zombie villager, and I ran him through the trap and cured him. But then he got out somehow, and I have no idea how he got out. I'm guessing a zombie must have come over here and opened this, and he managed to escape the zombie and came wandering around out here. He ended up in the sheep pen, so I've gone ahead and I've lit it up and pretty much just trapped him in there. I don't think I can reach him to trade from here. He's got a couple of decent trades. He is a librarian, so he does the paper trade, which is really nice, and a couple of other good things too. But we're going to need to get him back over into the villager farm here. That being said, though, we're not going to do that today. What I'd like to do today is kind of contribute to this. Other members of the server have built the church and the library, the blacksmith, the butcher thingamajig, and And I haven't done any of it because I've been off doing my own stuff. And I feel bad about that. I want to be a contributing member of this server. That's why I'm here. So I think what we need to do is go ahead and build maybe some of the smaller kind of huts that that you normally find in villages. That being said, though, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't at least kind of a jerk about it. And that's where the sand comes in. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a village. I'm going to build, village huts and village houses, but I'm not going to build these guys. I'm going to build the ones that form out in the desert. Okay, so we've got our first little bit kind of mapped out here, and I think what we're going to do is build the first hut right about here. So it needs to be 5 wide, and I believe 4, 5, I think it's 6 deep. I'll have to go back and check on the dimensions of that. But we're basically just going to fill this in with sandstone. And yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and give them a little bit of a sandy backyard. Where's my sand? Oh, there it is. Where'd the rest of it go? Oh, it must be here. Alright, yeah, that's going to be a lot better. I'm actually going to end up building 2 of these, so I'm going to have to bring this out a little bit more. But we'll get to that eventually. Now the door will be here, and if I remember correctly, I actually need smooth sandstone to go around the door, like so. And then I believe we go back to the regular sandstone and come up like that. And then I know there is a smooth bit here, I think. You know what, that doesn't look right because it's supposed to be centered. I will bet you that this row over here is erroneous. That would make more sense. So then the smooth stone comes here, here, there, and there. Yeah, this is starting to look pretty good. Or at least it's a faithful representation of the real thing. So then we come over here, da da, doop doop, bing. Then we move back to the regular sandstone to come up here and over here and over here. And then I think it's just regular, ow, I think it's regular sandstone across the top there. That looks about right. I'll have to check my my screenshots that I did to confirm all this, but I think we're on the right track. I may have to change a few things around, but I don't think I'll have to do that much. So then we just come up here and we will fill in all of that except for that, and now I just need fences and ladders and glass, and I didn't bring any of it. That's good planning on my part. I also need to make some stairs to go there. Let me go get the rest of our supplies here and get this guy just about wrapped up. Okay, our first sandstone shack is just about done. I only need to put the window panes in, and that is it. This is a, let's call it 97% faithful recreation of the original. Everything is where it should be. The fence posts are up here. The only accommodation that I've made is that I've put a torch here, just because why not? Why would you want critters to spawn up here if you can prevent it? So I've gone ahead and I've done that, and I think it's time to go ahead and build our next one. Now for our next hut, I want to do the one that's even smaller than this. There's a 4 wide version, and that's going to come out kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need another spot uh, for kind of the side yard. So what did I do over here? Over here, yeah, over here I did kind of a 3 wide border. I don't think I need to do all that, but we will go one, actually, you know what, I'll give 2 spaces between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll give a 2 block wide border over here. So this will just add a little bit more to my ever expanding dirt collection. Interesting. Apparently we have sinkholes on the server. Um, that was odd. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and dig this up, hopefully not fall into any more holes, and get the foundation laid for this second house. Okay, so our foundation is down. We've got our walls mostly up. This is a weird looking house. I had to go back and check because I looked at this and I thought there's no way that that can be right. But sure enough it was. I was also smart enough to remember that these little tiny houses don't have decent floors. They just have the dirt stuff. So we can come up here, and I had thought about just doing the simple kind of flat roof pattern here, but it turns out the more complicated pattern isn't really that complicated at all. All you do is kind of come around in a circle here. You leave the corners empty, and then you're just coming in here, filling these guys in, and then getting rid of that block, and you're pretty much done. So all we have to do now is fall down, give ourselves some glass on these 2 sides. This side does not get one because how do you center it? And then, unlike the slightly bigger house over here, this one gets a door. Just like that. Fantastic. I think our village is looking better already. And some of the other people on the server may not agree that it's good to have a little bit of desert village in your plains village, but I don't really care. I think this looks fantastic. You know what, one thing that I do need to do in keeping with tradition and making this 97% authentic, to come up here and stick a torch down, and the whole thing is really not suited for doing this centered, so we'll do it like that. Those guys should be okay, and then we'll go ahead and bring these down. So yay, we have done our part for server harmony and added onto the village. Probably not what the others were expecting, but oh well. Another proud, mostly harmless server project is complete, so it's time to go back to the storage facility and dump off all of our stuff. Don't need anything there. We can put our panes back, and do we have any glass? No. We've got all sorts of kind of sandy stuff to put away. You know what? I'm just going to dump it all in there. We'll sort it out later. One of the things that I was going to say, normally around about this time when I'm wrapping up the episode, I usually say something like, I have no idea what we're going to do in the next episode, but I'm sure it'll be great. That's not the case this time, because I know exactly what I want to do in the next episode. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. I will give you these hints though. I've got a lot of blaze rods, and if we come over here, I've got a lot of ender pearls. Now what could I be doing where I need ender pearls and blaze rods. It is quite the mystery. Anyway, I think that's going to be a bit of a fun time, and hopefully you will join me. That's not where I wanted you to go. I wanted you to go there. Hopefully you will join me on that little adventure. Maybe I'll even make it through that adventure without dying, but probably not. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this quick little pre-Christmas uh, presents as chests, or chests as presents. I can't English. Um, this neat little holiday episode. I'm going to get it out as quick as I can and then start doing things with the ender pearls and the blaze rods. If you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you really liked it, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you really like me, stalk me on social media. I'm darn near everywhere. And until next time, my name is Golfhouse. This has been Mostly Harmless. It's an honor just to be nominated.